Oh, welcome along, everyone. Yes, we are on the eve of the greatest week on turf. Royal Ascot 2026 beckons. You join us on the Monday night for the full Betfred preview of the week. A little something for everyone we are going to give you. The lowdown from Tuesday. We start off at the Queen Anne. We finish off on the Saturday. 35 races. The Queen Alexandra. And the pearls of wisdom about to come your way. Let's enjoy it, shall we? And get into what we've got coming up for you. Dave Orton with you. Absolutely delighted to be here, of course. Betfred, the official bookmaker of Ascot. Why on earth do you think they would let these gentlemen in on the eve of the meeting otherwise? Let's go down them for you, shall we? Matt Humes, head of PR at Betfred these days. Have you been promoted in the last since we last did one of these?
It feels like it, yeah. Look at us here.
Are you head of PR now?
I'm everything.
We should now introduce Joel Ross to the team, and it's at this moment that we say this preview represents every man and woman. Look at Joel sticking out like a sore thumb.
Sticking out's the right word.
I can't keep this up for an hour, Dave, I tell you.
It's great to see you, Joel. You look great. And welcoming to the team, Stephen Derbyshire, SD, who, of course, regular Betfred viewers would have seen on Derby Day. Getting some
wonderful, wasn't it?
SD, look at this. This is absolutely marvellous. Look, the top hats get bigger every year. I cannot wait.
Apart from his. Charlie Chaplin here. It's Charlie Chaplin, Mr. Tumbler, love child.
Stephen seems to have shrunk. Is this something you have to dust off every year, Stephen?
No, it's straight off Amazon.
Absolutely.
Get the value. That's what we need to do on this. Get the value.
We will be getting the value for you out there, punters. Do not worry about that. Matt, absolutely fantastic. This is not quite a Cheltenham, is it? We sort of know about the anti-price sort of prices for this after the Derby, of course, but now every race priced up.
Every race priced up. Well, up until obviously waiting for Saturday's entry still to come through. But yeah, I mean, it's just fantastic. We're here, we're at Ascot, 5 fantastic days ahead, and obviously a bit like Cheltenham, cracking start on the Tuesday, all those Group 1s, and then obviously the drip fed throughout the week. But I just can't wait for it to get underway now, Dave.
Unbelievable. I think King Charles might just be coming in above us. So we're literally, the course is being set up right now, Joel.
Yeah.
How did you find accreditation this morning?
It was as smooth as you like. I said to SD, it was just like Hexham. You know, hiya love, hello pet, you're right, no problem there, you can.
Not quite that,
Not quite that, no.
No, so if you hear some background noise throughout this, honestly, the place looks fantastic. I say it every year, the flowers are standing to attention. Gents, you look fantastic. Let's get straight into the action, shall we? We're going to do day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for you. We're going to have best bets at the end of the show, any other business, and a fun section along the way. Stay tuned for this. Yes, bullseye or blowout, every favourite of the week. Bullseye or blowout. And of course, get your comments in. We love to read them below. All week, you can check out Betfred's social channels. The official bookmaker will be with you every step of the way. Matt, let's get into it then. 2:30, we kick off. Tuesday's a fine day, isn't it? 3 Group 1s, Queen Anne at 2:30.
Yeah, bang, bang, bang. Queen Anne 2:30. Look, it's a bit like, obviously, the lock-ins is always a massive pointer. For the 6 of the last 30 have been beaten in the lock-ins. So we've got Notable Speech, so impressive, of course, at Newbury, 7-4 favourite. Charlie Appleby also got Opera Ballo in there, 7-2. Gives him a real strong hand. More Thunder just behind. Notable Speech, 4-1. Last year's winner, Docklands, 13-2. I was told no back-to-back winner since, was it 1907?
I think it was me that got that stat up, by the way.
I
Everyone's
did say
jumped on
to
it
Matt that it was your stat, sir.
Thank you. At least there's some decorum on this show.
77, the year I was born, last 6-year-old.
Is that right?
No,
77.
You've actually done some stats, have you?
Well, not very good, because it was Lord Glitters in 2019.
No, apart from Lord Glitters. Apart from Lord... Shut up.
A very... the first one sunk. A very important message for you guys, of course. This is 35 races. This is 5 days, all right? Here at Betfred, of course, we advocate safe gambling for you. Pick your battles. That's what we say. Start small, see how you get on throughout the week, and try and have some fun. That's what it's all about. Are we going to have some fun in this first race? Notable Speech then, Matt. Let's come to you. 7-4. How's the anti-post book look for this guy since the lock-in? He was mighty impressive there.
Massively impressive, Dave. He was short when the decks came out. He has been a bit of opposition, and I think a lot of that's to do with the Charlie Appleby form. He's not had a great year. Obviously, didn't see any boys in blue at Epsom for the Betfred Derby meeting either. So there's still a bit of a concern, a bit of a cloud hanging over the stable. I'm really intrigued to think that Opera Ballo, although he's not had the type of race Notable Speech is in, they're rated exactly the same.
The stablemate.
The stablemate, yeah. And he was so impressive.
Are we going to get him to push out, Stephen, the 7-4? That's the question.
Well, I wouldn't back him anyway.
What will he be doing? Yes, but that's not what the... Not every... We don't want to worry about that, Stephen. The punters might want to back the first favourite of the week in the very first race. 7-4, what do you think the price will be?
I think he'll SP at 2.
Fred is listening. All right, 2-1. We're hoping for a push-out. Now, that's because, of course, he's been beaten twice in the race before.
Yes, 7th and 4th.
Yes, that was,
of course...
it
hardly sets the pulse racing, does it?
Yeah.
And I'm just a little bit lukewarm on him. I can see him winning a Sussex. I can't see him winning a Queen Anne.
Let's stick with the favourite, Joel, because the more I look at this, I must admit, the more it makes my head hurt a little bit. I'll be going small stakes in this for sure. But the more I look at the cast list against him, there's no real star, is there, in this division? If there is one, it's probably him.
Yeah, I mean, you go through it, and everyone's saying that they both want the two top Godolphin horses both don't want a turn, and Noble Speech has got this great turn of foot and everything. I think Charlie Appleby's about a 38% strike rate now. It's like 2 from 11 or whatever it is, something like 4 from 11, whatever it is, something like that. I couldn't have any of those. And it was your stat on the inside line on Sky Sports on Saturday morning that I'm all over Docklands. I'm like, you and the price keeps...
You're racing against history then.
Yes.
No back-to-back winner since 1907. Of course, I wonder how many have actually tried at his sort of level. He loves Ascot.
The Ascot is at 1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 4, or whatever. It's at 7-1 as well. You can take that each way because I don't like the top of the market for a start, and the high horse is more thunder. So 2 things I noticed in this race: Docklands, I think, is an absolutely cracking each way bet.
That's what we want to hear.
And why is Ryan Moore riding a 66-1 shot?
Which is?
First Conquest.
All right, so that's a pacemaker, isn't it?
Yeah.
What do you like, Stephen? Come on, let's get this out of the way.
I like the hype horse.
More thunder.
All about the hype.
Yes.
I think the trajectory of this horse is very much upward. I think that's the first thing.
Beaten in the Wokingham, a handicap last year.
Yes.
At this meeting.
Up to a mile. This place will suit him.
Up the hill.
Up the hill. Up the hill.
All right, Matt, what do you like?
I agree with Joel. Docklands, I'm all over him, yeah.
Put it there.
Woo!
All right.
Yeah.
All right. You've got Demesia, Zeus Olympios in the race as well. There's not a lot between them. Like I say, I'll be starting that one small. No headline tip from Dave Orton here. Unlike, perhaps, the star attraction of the week. No horse, I don't think, with a greater weight of public expectation than the unbeaten 2000 Guineas winner. It is Bo Echo, of course, who absolutely hosed up at Newmarket in the Betfred Guineas, Matt. Well, how low do we go? No Rayef, of course. We should get that out of the way. The French Guineas winner isn't there. Just his old rival Stard to worry about, is it?
Well, you've got the boys in blue again talking York. How impressive was he at Sandown? But the market suggesting Bo Echo will uphold that Betfred 2000 Guineas form. 4-5. 4-5 Bo Echo. 11-4. Stard. I say O'Brien's got a great record on the race, and all of Aidan O'Brien's runners did the English, Irish Guineas come in here, just like Stard has done. So George Bow said he could have gone to Ireland, decided to skip it and come here. It's a cracking rematch, and you know these could be banging heads together for the rest of the season as well.
Yeah, we've been seeing him in his work recently, haven't we? All his media days, and he's the most laid-back horse. So the first odds-on shot of the week in race 2, Stephen. Are you with or against him?
I'm with him, but I won't back him.
Why to that? Just give us a little explanation.
Well, I think at 4-5, I love the way you say Stard as well. I think 4-5 might be a little short. If you want a minimum price, I'd go in at 10-11. So if anyone wants to go 10-11, we'll go in.
I'm pretty certain this is going to win, guys. I could make a case for him actually being a bit shorter here. I'm not a big Talk of New York fan. This is the Heron Stakes winner, of course, from Sandown. They say that this is the best 3-year-old in Charlie Appleby and Godolphin's yard. If this is the case, he did do a very quick time, didn't he, Stephen?
He did.
At Sandown.
I was at Sandown, but it wasn't a blow-me-away performance. It was more a sort of gentle breeze performance. Well, there might be more to come, but you're asking him to probably improve the best part of £10, and I don't think that's going to happen.
All right, Joel, the winning line is right behind us. Yeah. How lucky are we? Come on, we're watching this one home, aren't we?
I would say 6 runners now. I would go place on Puerto Rico. He's gone to the trouble of booking Christophe Soumillon. And many people thought he wasn't great last time he was riding for Aidan when Ryan was injured. But he's the big man on the day, and he does his own thing. And I think he could nick it from the front while the rest are playing jockeys from behind.
If we were anywhere but Ascot, he would have done a French accent, wouldn't he? But even Joel is towing the line.
It's more a Belgian accent because, of course, he's Belgian.
He's a Belsh, of course.
Yeah, which is very different to French.
Yeah, Puerto Rico on the faster ground, I suppose. All right, but let's wrap this up because it's a small field. But I think the best horse potentially running here this week is in the second race. I'd be happy to just say this wins. Matthew?
I think Stard may turn the form around.
Ooh! What are they going to do differently then?
Well, they'll have a pacemaker in there. He'll have to make it all himself, and Boeco tracked to start at Newmarket. Ryan may just flip that round and track Billy in himself this time. So the Irish performance, I thought, although I thought he was under pressure a bit way out, but he found loads. And I think the stiff finish here will be right up his street.
Yeah,
so look, I'm just thinking 4 to 5, 11 to 4. What's he got? 3 lengths, just under 3 lengths to find.
Let's get your bookmaker hat on now, rather than your topper. What do you think the price will do? I mean, it much depends on Notable Speech.
It does. It depends on Notable Speech. It depends on Confucius. It depends on Overpass. If they all get beat, it'll be odds against.
Yeah. All right. Okay. That is, of course, 420. That's a jewel in the crown. Sandwiching these two, of course, just before this, from a stiff mile to pure speed. The biggest field I can remember seeing for the King Charles III, and this is where the all-important international flavour comes. Yes, the Aussies, they are descending. 2 on the week, headed by Overpass. 25 rivals against him, but this is one of the best sprinters in Australia, Matt. Punters are just thinking this is going to go out, jump all and do it. What price can they get?
He's 3 to 1, Dave, in a massive field for a horse that's not won for 2 years.
Is he on the drift?
He's slightly uneasy, but he's not won for 2 years.
And he hasn't been over 5 furlongs for end of 2020.
And a stiff 5 furlongs.
You're not very accommodating to the Aussies.
Well, no, they're not for us. No. Why are we so nice to the French when they come over and the Australians? And we go for the Melbourne Cup, right? They won't let us in if we've got a chance. And we go to France and they want to test all the jockeys. I mean, jeez.
They wouldn't let you in Australia, would they?
No,
absolutely. No, not in that suit, that's for sure. Absolutely not. Well, what you can see behind us, of course, is the steady rising incline that we will do. What a brilliant position we're in for this preview, because you can literally, guys, right behind you, I've got the perfect view. And I spoke to Bjorn Baker, his trainer, after all the interviews on Friday. When he worked up, I have to say in his work, he was impressive. He does look like a bit of a bull. Off camera, they are more than mildly concerned about it, because he's got great gate speed, as they'll say. And they were saying to me, Dave, where do we want to be drawn? He's in 19, so 26 across the track. I think he's going to take a lot of beating. There's one I like against him, but before we get to that, Matt, give us the rest of the betting and we will try and pick some out.
It's Sevens bar. That brings in Knight Raider, who obviously won the 10 pole, is 2 from 2 this year. Revika, the French Raider, she's down to 5 again, 15 to 2. American Affair, last year's win 8 to 1. It's been brought along steadily, second in the 10 pole. Another Aussie Raider, Asphora, of course, 17 to 2. Then 10 to 1 for Raider and Mission Central, 16s bar those. And of course, with 4 places each way for the big field.
All right, Matt, you get the pleasure, of course, of going out with Betfred TV, and you go into all these yards. Have you been getting any snippets of... Because we can see an upset here, can't we? This is one that the punters don't always get right.
Easily so. I mean, the thing is with this sprint, I mean, there's a lot of handicappers in it. I know Steve's going to give us one as well, because I think he likes one of the handicappers at a bigger price. But so, although it's a big field, it's certainly... quality, it's quantity over quality, I think it is fair to say. But Overpass 3 to 1. If I was a player, I'll be back in Big Mojo each way.
Oh, you've stumbled upon it, Matt Humes. You're improving with every preview we do.
Exactly.
Are we all Big Mojos?
Yeah.
No! Oh, God. All right,
let's Sprint Cup because of the draw.
Let's have a little word about Big Mojo then. This is, of course, a guy himself who was a bit of a global operator. As a 2-year-old, he went to the Breeders' Cup. Now, Mick Appleby last year, he had some near misses before he got the Sprint Cup in his bag. That was because of the draw, said Stephen. I'm not having that. That was a deserved day in the sun, because before that he was just nutted, of course, in the July Cup. If you come back to the meeting last year, he found more trouble than Nigel Farage in Makerfield. All right, so this is a possibility for him, but I think drawn just 2 off Overpass, this is our man.
Perfecto. Great record over 5. Not sure why they keep trying to stretch him out to 6. His record over 5.
Yeah.
You know, 5th, 4th.
Morecambe
2
winner at
seconds
2.
in a win. Morecambe winners 2. 4th
That's
in
a very fast 5
4th in a Breeders' Cup sprint.
Yes, what price are we getting, Matthew?
16 to 1, 4 places each way. Thank you very much.
It's been nicely backed as well this week, hasn't it?
All right,
Yeah,
and Mick
nicely
Appleby,
backed.
after a cold winter, which is unusual for Mick, he started to cut back. He won the Epsom Dash, of course, when you were standing there in the rain. All right, give us one then at a wacky price before we move on.
I've backed Knight Raider. I am concerned about the draw.
Where is he?
He's in 6. Ooh. But I am satisfied, Dave. We've already alluded to it. A lot of these sprinters are much of a muchness. They keep beating each other.
Yeah.
We're not in an Oasis Dream or whatever era, a Choisir era, are we? We're in a mediocre era. So I think Knight Raider might just be the best of them. And I think this place will really, really suit him. Given his all-weather form. But the one at the huge price... Trap 21, Mr. McDonald on, not Ronald, but James, Cover Up.
Well, I think you might. I think you might have a bit of cheese on your face on this one.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So give me this. This is Simon and Ed Crisford. 100 to 1, Matt, is he?
He's not now.
Not now.
He's
no.
well down
I
there.
backed him this morning.
But
Fred's had you on,
bear in
has he?
mind, you put the third in the derby, didn't you? At,
Third in the
the
Oaks,
Oaks, rather.
66.
66, and you know there's
Yeah.
hundreds around there, and everyone's going, "What's he talking about? He's gone, isn't he?" But no, fair play to
Cover
you.
Up has won here, quick ground, as good as ever in the desert this year.
He broke the clock when he won that handicap here. Where's he drawn?
He's drawn in
21.
21.
Yeah.
So you're covering your bases. Is that the way to play this? High
Yes.
and a low, and away we go.
Well, you can at the prices. If you don't like this Aussie horse, which keeps getting beaten and
Yeah.
beaten and beaten and beaten,
But is this not the Aussie horse? Is not a first or last job where it lies at the barrier and goes for 2 furlongs and then falls in a hole?
Off gone. All
Yeah.
right, okay. All right, he's starting to do accents now, which all regular viewers will be very used to. And this is where I start to get a bit of spread on the brow. All right, we've got to move on because let's get just a tip from that. Then we're all big mojo here, are we?
Yeah,
I'm a big
Lovely.
mojo.
Look, good luck to Overpass, and the connections are coming up. And it's a Night Raider and Cover Up for Stephen. Now, AOB, this is the section that we're going to have when we do the feature races on every day. Not Aidan O'Brien, any other business. And we've got to talk about the Coventry, haven't we? Let's whittle through this, guys, because this has been mad betting, Matt Hughes, because there's a horse called Great Barrier Reef from Aidan O'Brien, Ballydoyle, and Ryan Moore in the saddle. We thought, up until last week, whereas there's a horse called Confucius, who won on his second start, he was around about 6.5 to 1. Great Barrier Reef was 2s. They've completely gone the other way.
It took a bit for Great Barrier to get on top last time out, so maybe that was the thing. But Confucius he looks a big bull. I know he's short price, but he looked very impressive, I thought, last time out. So yeah, look, he's got a great record in the race, as we know, of course. And you imagine one of these two will be favourites for next year's Guineas after they're going to win. I'm a big fan of Night in Vegas. I thought it was really impressive when won here on debut. It was one at a price. 2 years ago, Rashabar, Brian Meehan, Sangster Silks, massive
On
price.
the far side, Billy Loughnan's breakthrough winner.
Came in here as a maiden. The penny dropped late at Nottingham. Second to the Ginger Kid, who went a favourite for a York maiden, blew out there, came out and won at Nottingham second time. The penny dropped late, flew home for second. Look, not ideally drawn over in 9, but he's 50 to 1. And say Brian Meehan's got form here 2 years ago with Rashabar.
And is he drawn on the far side this
drawn on the far side.
So there's Rashabar Mark II.
Yeah, that's what I was
can
thinking.
happen.
That's what I was thinking.
All right, Stephen, I spoke to you about this race as we were walking in when we got our accreditation about half an hour before Joel in the same queue, which was absolutely marvellous.
we really enjoyed that.
We
didn't
really enjoyed
Yes.
that. And when we were speaking about the Queen Mary, I said we've got all these runners spread across. There's so many angles that you could look at, which I'm sure you'll give us. But after all that homework we did, we thought Confucius might be the one.
Confucius is the one.
He is the one.
You know, he won a decent race last time at Naas. You would tell me the second is very, very
I
good.
believe that'll be sold to Hong Kong soon, the
The
second.
time was very, very good.
Yeah.
I think this just wins. And look, it goes against all my principles to be backing horses at 2 to 1, 9 to 4 in a race like this. But the problem was, I just came to the conclusion he'd win. I was actually at Hamilton last week on my travels, and I saw Royal Heritage win.
He blew up the clock there, didn't he?
He blew up the clock. Now, I have never known a Coventry winner. I don't know if anyone knows this. 6 days before a Coventry, you make your debut.
What I would say about that, guys, and I'm looking at Joel and Matt for this, there seems to be, every year with the breeze up sales, there seems to be a rush to get these horses for the owners. Everyone wants a 2-year-old that races here. And Matt, at the start of the season, you'll see it on, on Betfred's end. If anything wins by over a length, they get a quote.
Of course you do, yeah. Or not, obviously, in this day, in the last few years, we've had Wathdown Racing buying up quite a lot going into Ascot, because this is where they want the winners, and obviously Royal Heritage is one of those. So yeah, no, it's massively interesting. 6 days before making his debut. But
And the pick of James Doyle.
Exactly.
Yeah, all right, okay. Joel, have you got anything snippety for us in the commentary?
I just thought you swap the jockeys around and you swap the prices around. I really like Great Barrier Reef, and it's not like it's out of the question that a second string wins for Aidan O'Brien. And we're looking, 5, 6 to 1, something Great Barrier Reef.
He's on the far side, isn't he?
Yeah, but I just think that the 2 runs at the Curragh, absolutely fine. Grind it out last time, 3rd run, I think it'll be absolutely fine. And Wayne Lorden's class anyway. But just the money on the fav has just come in and kept coming in this week. But I'm sticking with Great Barrier Reef.
All right, okay, the original pick, the wise guy pick, if you like, for Joel. That's day 1 then done. We will be picking up maybe some more Tuesday selections for you when we get to the best bets and that section as well. Let's get to day 2 then. And, the Prince of Wales' Stakes is one of the great races, I think, of any Royal Ascot meeting at any any era whatsoever. And Matt Hughes, we've got of the top 10 horses in the world, 5 are turning up this week, 2 in this race. Art winner Daraz against last year's winner Ombudsman. What's the market saying now?
Can't not split them, Dave. It was all about Darius, then the money came for Ombudsman, and as we sit here now, we cannot split them. 5-4 joint jollies. It looks like they've got the market and the race between them.
Wow, he doesn't even know, Fred. Can you believe that? And that's probably because of the draw, Stephen, it's come out. Of course, this is on the round course. Ombudsman and Billy Buick, last year's winner. We know he's going to get buried probably, but he's got to come out of 8 of 8.
Wouldn't concern me.
Not at all.
He just wins, doesn't he?
Oh, another just wins from SD.
He just wins. That race last year, I know it wasn't as good as this year. This year is the absolute creme de la creme, isn't it? I just think Ombudsman is just going to blow in. I think he'll win by 2. And... and I'll tell you why.
By the distances.
I'll tell you why. I think Darius has travel problems. He's the polar opposite of the late Judith Chalmers.
So you're saying what? So you're like York? But York's a different. You use York. York's a different track. York's weird.
Let's give anyone who's watching this for the first time some context, right? So Darius has won the Arc de Triomphe. He's come back in 2 starts for Francis Henri Gravard. Big team for Francis coming over. He's dropped down in distance. Art winners just don't do that, guys. He's a complete freak. However, the one time he's come over to Britain, he went to the Knavesmire at York and he completely blew out behind Ombudsman, of course. Ombudsman's already got 1-0 here. Matt, you do think Ombudsman will go off clear fav, don't you?
I do think he'll go off clear fav, yeah. And don't forget, there's 2 pacemakers in here as well. Aidan and John Thady-Gosden both put pacemakers in, so they are going to go hell for leather around here. But I think he's going to set up perfectly for him. He's going to get the perfect setup. He's been here, he's done it. There's that slight doubt about Darius down in trip as well. So, yeah, I think...
So let's rave our flags if we're with Ombudsman. Matt and SD, look at that. And vive la France for myself and Joel. Happy days.
And let the price get bigger and bigger and bigger.
You keep pushing him out, Fred, absolutely. That'd be great. Give us the case of Darius. He has looked like a Rolls Royce since coming back.
Yeah, absolute Rolls Royce. It's 3 from 4 at Longchamp the last few times down in trip. Didn't travel over to York like you said, but that's York. That's not Ascot, mate. He looks here and he'll just say, look, we're flying.
Well, he was like a larder at York.
Yeah, but it's York is a weird track.
I think he's a much stronger horse now. Of course, we should give the rest of the field. We've got Al McCam in there, of course. He won the Tats Gold Cup. What price is he, Matt? He's got stall 1.
13-2.
The ground should be fine for him. We've got last year's 3rd, See the Fire. She's 2 from 2 since coming back.
16-1.
16-1. And Minnie Hawk, you referenced that Aidan has stuck in a pacemaker as well. Now, she flopped behind Al McCam, of course, but she was just behind Darius in the Arc. Any love for the great Minnie Hawk?
If there's any match bets going, Minnie Hawk will be Al McCam. I would be very, very keen on that particular match bet.
All right, in the trading.
She'll not get near.
That'll put. I mean, if you put a line through the Tats Gold Cup,
yeah,
she's huge.
Yeah. All right. Okay. All right.
I mean, See the Fire won the Nottinghamshire Oaks. Compare the Nottinghamshire Oaks to the Prince of Wales, for goodness' sake.
And we've got to make sure that Rob Havlin is told that he's on the pacemaker, because sometimes he does forget.
Yes. Audience, we don't want another. We don't want a repetition of that.
Yeah.
Where Joel is saying they just stay there. All right. It's an absolute belter. That's 420. What else have we got on the card? We should talk about the Duke of Cambridge, Matt, of course, which is the up the straight for the fillies, and a really strong favourite here in Blue Bolt. I have to say, this is one of my best of the week. What are you giving me?
Yeah, I know you fancy Blue Bolt. 5-2, Dave. Blue Bolt. For me, she's a bit Marmite. I think there's a couple of times when I've taken her on, she's won, and I've been with her, and she's not. So for me, I'm a massive fan of Catalina Del Carpio in here.
Coming for Paddy Toomey and Ireland.
Yeah, 3rd in the Ribblesdale here of a mile and a half.
She didn't stay there, did she?
No, they've worked out she's a mile. I was at Leopardstown when she won the other day, and I thought she was mightily impressive.
She was entered in a handicap this week.
She was entered in a handicap off 104, yeah. Decided to come here as well. So they obviously think she's well treated, but the fact is they're throwing her into the...
Is there any chance she could yet go off favourite, because she was well back last year at the
I don't think so. She's around about 7-8-1 at present, so I don't think she'll close the gap on Blue Bolt, but I think she's a big player.
OK, Duke of Cambridge, come on, guys, this is a great race.
I know you like Blue Bolt, but I'm again going to shower on your parade a little
Here we
bit.
are.
I didn't think that race at Goodwood was great. It was just a bit...
It was first time out. She idled when she got to the front. She's just an improving filly. We're going to have Colin Keane. This is Andrew Balding. Loves winners at this meeting. It's Jubmon. What more do you want?
Bit more class.
Well, what have we got?
Well, we've got a previous Cheshire winner in who's a big prize.
Oh, my Lord.
Schnellen.
Has Schnellen won since?
Well, Schnellen ran a very, very good race last time.
This is Gav Cromwell, of course,
yes.
who we were talking about Cheltenham in
Third
March.
in a Group 3 last time. The winner's won a Group 2 since. It's pretty solid form. Gav Cromwell does have a good record at this meeting, and at a working man's price, I'd rather go with her.
Do you know who's riding?
I will tell you now.
Mark Zara, isn't it?
Oh, there we go.
Mr.
There
Docklands, already 1 from 1. Royal Ascot record being preserved. Joel, Duke of Cambridge, knock it out of the park.
Well, he's going to kick off now. When I say she's perfect, worth another chance. Didn't go on the ground at Epsom. Got disqualified in France for no reason, but that's where we fall out about it. I mean, what we're looking, good, decent double figure price.
16s,
16s,
60s still on as well.
Yeah, 16s. So I'll take you on.
Well, also on day 2, we've got a couple of huge cavalry charges for you. Up the famous home straight, we've got the 2:30, of course, the Queen Mary for the 2-year-old fillies. More of that to come, because first, let's deal with the second of them, which is the Hunt Cup. Huge field, spread across the track. Matt Humes, how do we bet at Fred's?
Got a short price favourite for Hunt Cup terms. Indalo, 6-1 for Roger Vernon and Ray Dawson. We saw what they did with the handicap at Epsom with Salal recently. It's then double figures bar Le Bot. How lucky was he in the Britannia last year? No Jamie Spencer on board this time.
Who rides him?
He's on Larwood.
Is it Mark Zara?
It's Mark Zara.
Oh, it's Mark. That Docklands again.
He's got top jockey, yeah?
1 from 1. He's like Sam Allardyce, 100% England record. 1 from 1. True though, isn't it? It's true.
Well, I have, because I never played for them. But, okay, all right, okay. So what are we going to do with this guy then? Second last time out on his return. Roger, of course, won this with the ill-fated My Cloud. I mean, that tore up. He's not a My Cloud, is he?
I don't think so. I don't think so, but people might be latching on to that. I think he's really short. There's plenty of value in here. I'm a massive fan of Erzincan. I thought I was really surprised when I saw Ryan Moore jocked up. I thought,
hello.
Wow. And he's been drawn in stall 24 near side.
You're happy with that?
Yeah, I am. I think generally stand side's a place to be his handy. I think last year, was it first 4, 2 on this side? Is it 1, 2, 30 and 31?
I think historically over the last 15 years it has been spread out a bit, and we should get this out of the way now. That it's such a good job here. I know Chris Stickles is lurking around, so we better say that. But they genuinely do. It's where the pace is, guys, right?
Yeah, it's fluid. The draw bias is fluid, so don't get sucked in because 4 win high in the Hunt Cup.
Like Humesy has, you mean?
Well, I'm just saying, don't get sucked in for say the Buckingham Palace or the Wokingham because of the bias in the Hunt Cup.
These are the rather cavalry charges.
Yeah, it depends where the pace is.
All right, okay.
But Humesy is talking sense here.
You like this?
Oh, I do like this. This Erzincan out of 24, Ryan on board. Won on its side at the Cambridgeshire last year, won the Suffolk handicap.
Yeah, the Suffolk is a big pointer in here, and he did watch that back. If you find the replay, he flies home, doesn't he? This guy.
He flies home, and the handicapper hasn't mullered him. I think he ticks a lot of boxes.
What price are we getting about this beast?
14-1.
Ooh, I like that.
He has been nibbled.
He has been.
Well, many places.
First ride for Trevor Kemp, we think, Ryan Moore?
6 places.
First ride,
it is his first ride for him, yeah.
Well, the agent Tony Hine doing his job. Joel, give us one in the Hunt Cup.
He's brilliant round here, gets a lot of stick on. He's very, very Marmite. We've used that twice now. Jamie Spencer, brilliant at Ascot, Linwood. Won that big handicap at Newbury in April. Where's he drawn? He's drawn middle, isn't he? But I just think...
16.
Just Spencer's backside in the air here. You know, on a week when we're talking about bums in racing, that bum will be up in the air and he'll be looking for gaps and looking for gaps. I really like Linwood. I love Spencer at Ascot.
And how ironic would it be? We see it meeting after meeting, don't we, each year. Jamie Spencer was not the toast of punters when he found loads of trouble on the pot. He gets off him this year, everyone, and you know what Spence can do up the home straight.
I think he's
a pal of yours as well. Have you spoken to him about this?
Not for about 15 years.
There's a lovely picture of you the other day.
Yeah,
all right, fantastic. Well, I've got one here for you. You've not mentioned the winner. And sometimes I look at Hunt Cup and I'm thinking, I'm going to have a few small bets, right, jotted around. No, just one for me this time. Although the Erzincan is an interesting case. Jagged Edge, what price?
14-1 as well.
I'm on a 14-1 shot. This is Stephen Thorne, a young trainer who is hit the crossbar in these big handicaps at Ascot. I think he gets it over here. Colin Keane's been booked. He's right down the middle. Have a look at him winning on his debut for Stephen at Nace last time. He's a monster. He looked like Godzilla, this guy. And he's absolutely hosed. I think he had like 3 or 4 races for Dermot Weld, won a couple. This is a group horse in a handicap, wins the Hunt Cup. All right, there are your tips there. Let's go to the 2:30 in the Queen Mary, because now we're looking at a tricky one for punters. We're going to help you solve it. 8-1 the fieldage, Matt, is it?
No, it's actually not. Dave, it's 9-2 the field.
Woof, who's come in there?
Well, there's loads.
Who's had the 50p each way then?
Senorita Bonita, 4 Crisfords again, William Burke on board. She's 9-2. Victorious, the Mauro O'Brien axis, at 5-1. And then Wild Blossom, of course, taking the Venetian Sun, who haven't won at Carlisle, 13-2. And then it's double figures bar those.
What drawers? I'm looking down here. Wathnan, of course. They've got 2 in here. James McDonald is on
Alta
Alta
Regina
Regina.
in 24.
She's been quite lukewarm, hasn't she?
Yeah, she's out to 11-1, but she's installed 24.
And where am I on Wild Blossom? I say
7.
I.
7.
James Doyle. So, okay, this is my first one low. And I thought she was desperately impressive. She's taken the Venetian
She was
Sun
impressive,
route.
but the market was a little bit against her. There was one with experiences at Kevin Ryan's in there against her, and she was.
But she won by 10 lengths.
She won by 10 lengths.
I think this could have gone into
Venetian
almost
Sun one.
any race this week in the 2-year-olds and nearly been favourite in it. She'll do for me.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
It's a race that I've not got a lot of interest in. Wathnan are desperate to win here. I think I would just reverse forecast the pair of them. James on the Wathnan horses, and just have a little fiver reverse on that. Apart from that, now else.
Stephen.
I won't be having a bet. I would have bet Senorita Bonita. I thought she looked like an
You're
absolute
worried about the
animal.
drift?
I'm worried about the draw.
Oh, okay.
I'm worried about 10. I wouldn't want to be in 10.
Pick a side is what you're saying.
I'm saying I'd have rather have been high, to be honest, and I can leave it alone.
All right, well, we
Gamble responsibly.
Indeed. Any other business, AOB? Right, on Wednesday, Queen's Vase. There's been a gamble here.
Got to talk about it. Betfred St Ledger trial. Queen's Vase is Gallian. Massive gamble, which is actually going to be appointed to my nap later on in the week, which isn't Gallian, but very well back. 9-4 favourite. All the time. I know he's been tipped up in a few places. I think Asheen Murphy mentioned him on a preview. Martin Dixon, quite shrewd, very shrewd as well, has obviously mentioned this one as one of his bets of the week. So, yeah, impressive at Chester, stepping up in trip. That 4th at Newmarket wasn't too bad either. Only a 3rd start. The team won it with Dashing Willoughby in 2019. Everyone's been barking about Galley, 9-4 favourite for the Queen's Vase.
And while we're just approaching the half-time whistle then on day 2, you should tell us about some offers that Fred's got for everyone this week.
We certainly have, right. We're doing a bet 10, get 10. So you have a tenner on the first race on Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday. You get a £10 free bet as well for elsewhere on the card. And also Wednesday and Friday, we'll do some money back races as well if second. So yeah, there's loads of offers, extra places, best odds guaranteed. Loads of offers, Dave.
All right, okay, all right. What wins the Queen Vase?
Limestone.
This is Sir Joseph.
Yeah. And Dylan Brown at Monagle, who's just got better and better and better. What is that? 1 last 4 or whatever.
Some chat about him already being one of the best jockeys in the world.
Yeah, I agree with that. I really do agree with that. When he first got him, they've just got this knack of just getting really good jockeys.
Great talker. I
he's
interviewed him after he won the Oaks.
He's brilliant. He's got everything. He's a bit Oisin-esque. And a little bit old school as well. I really like this. I thought you'd be Oliver Limestone as well.
I think Limestone's a chance. I think Gallian's too short.
I do as well.
I mean,
it's a price play, isn't it?
It is a price.
Well,
play.
Oisin Murphy last week came out and told anyone that wanted to listen, this is my best and Andrew Balding's best of the week, and the price crashed. Was it 6-1, Matt Inter down 9-4? Got to take him on, haven't you? Behind Limestone last time out and only beaten ahead or so was all called Asakir. Watch that back. He was running all over the track, this guy. He was in front just after the pull-up, putting the cheek pieces on. Ben Cohen will fancy his revenge. I think
John Murtaugh's, isn't it?
Johnny Murtaugh's, also Aga Khan, yeah. Anything else on Wednesday before we move on?
Yes,
to
I
Gold
think
Cup
the
then?
Kensington Palace is worth talking about. I was here Victoria Cup Day, and the race that both Albayea, I probably said that completely wrong.
You've absolutely nailed it, amazingly.
Albayea and
say
Segreta ran in. There was a massive pace bias, and both horses were not ridden optimally. So I backed them both.
This is one of the favourites, I think, in the last, isn't it? For the Kensington Palace, the fillies handicap on the round. OK, 2 days done. We've had the draw for you up until that. Get your comments below. Are they talking yay? Are they talking nay? Don't forget bullseye and blowout still to come. And the most important thing, the best bets of the week, the entire week, 2026 Royal Ascot Festival, where we are now on to, this is the half-time whistle, Gold Cup Day. Yes, indeed, the Gold Cup then, 2026. A changing picture, a passing of the baton, if you like. Who will take it out? Let's get into it now with Humes. He can give us the lowdown. Scandinavia, we know he's going to be favourite. How short do you go?
Well, he's taken the tried and tested route that Kyprios and Yates used to talk the vintage crops, Saddlebeg into here. He's a Betfred St Ledger winner. He's 11-8, Dave. He's 11-8. It's the furthest he's ever been. He's a Goodwood Cup winner as a 3-year-old. Look, he looks like he's going to take over the mantra, you say, and pick it up off Yates and Kyprios that Coolmore have had. Trawlerman 7-2, so impressive winning this 12 months ago. And then we've got Rahib. Okay, the distance is an unknown. He's 4-1, a neck behind at Doncaster, of course. Very impressive. And the Marcus yesterday, he wasn't cherry ripe at York as well. He's at 4-1. If he stays, massive player.
I mean, I say it's a passing of the baton, of course, but we've got to put some respect and start, haven't we, with Trawlerman on his name? He's had eye sensitivity issue, guys. He's coming out in ski goggles on the way to the start.
This is my thing. I mean, I thought that John Goslin's been everywhere explaining this, and it's been all over mainstream media, and they've been doing all the AI mock-ups and everything like that, thinking the price would go right. How? Trawlerman's been backed, and I really like Trawlerman here. Now, without, you can feel sorry for me. I've had cataract since birth, so I'm not really allowed to drive in the dark. What, sorry? Who said that? But it is, yeah. So I walked in here today in ski goggles, but it is awful. It really is awful when you're getting the light shining in your eyes and stuff like that.
If anyone's going to get away with ski goggles in that outfit, it's going to be you.
That's why I
That explains it.
Get dressed in the dark. But Trawlerman, all joking aside, it sounds pretty awful. And he comes out in rashes and all this stuff. But I think Trawlerman is absolutely
apparently he's ready to rock. It's his first time out, but the market is sensing he is now all of a sudden respect coming for him.
Look, Gold Cup's littered 23 multiple winners of a Gold Cup. So, they do come here and they do go back to back because it is a unique test. 2.5 miles, they start right up there by the 6th pole.
It's the race that everyone wants to win, isn't it? Still on the way. Okay, let's before we get some tips, let's talk about some of the others. Because where is the Cigaro pair? Sweet William, of course, stablemate Trawlerman, and the marvellous Caballo de Mar.
They are both 8-1. We cannot split them. So Caballo de Mar has gone over and won in France. I mean, how did he get beat off 64 in handicap at Lingfield a couple of years ago?
Who rides?
Sheen, surely.
Oh, Caballo de Mar?
Yeah.
Oshie Murphy, we think. All right, he'll be the pick for me. Let's get some Gold Cup tips. Scandinavia, Betfred St Ledger winner. Is he too short?
I think he's short. He's probably about right, but I think Rahib's too big in comparison at 4s.
Oh, I'm not sure he's going to stay, Joel.
Trawlerman, all day long.
Trawlerman.
Scandinavia keeps finding and finding and finding. He's like Howard Carter.
Absolutely. All right, great stuff. Someone had to tip the favourite. Right, because Thursday we're going to whittle through any other business. I guess we've got to start with the Ribblesdale, haven't we? The Ascot Oaks, if you like. Of course, Oaks also Rans. And we might be seeing Legacy Link here. Matt Humes, the second, of course, sort of wonderful thundering on. What price might she be?
6-4 Legacy Link. If we see her, do we see Gilded Prize come over? I know she was disappointed last time out, but they were raving about her. She's 11-4. Earthshot. Didn't see her in the Betfred Oaks, of course. Impressive at Newmarket and a maiden. She's at 11-2. And again, I suppose at Leopardstown, Joanna Walsh won. Wow, that was impressive. She was very, very impressive late on. They couldn't get to her. 8-1 for Joseph. I think she could be a player.
Well, he's won the Oaks, of course. Stephen, what do you like here then?
I like Earthshot, second to Inishmore at Goodwood last time. That form was frank yesterday at Sean T.
Yes.
I think there's a lot more to come
I
from
hope
her.
there is. She's Wathnam now as well.
That's what I mean.
So James Doyle gets over. I really like her.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah, she's the value pick. What price are we getting, Matt Earthshot?
11-2.
Oh, we'll take that. All right, that is the Ribblesdale, of course. Okay, any other business? Of course, the Chesham is now the first race on the Thursday. Aidan O'Brien's going to have a short price in that. I thought there might be a couple in there, potentially. Matt, what price is this Ballydoyle favourite going to be? Everyone loves backing the favourite for Aidan in the Chesham.
5-4. Bearing in mind, was a second string when he made his debut. Now, this is a race, the race that this ran in, Aidan always targets with his Chesham horse. I remember August Rodan got beaten it a few years ago. Went off second favourite. It was about 11-2 on that occasion.
I better say this name rather than Joel. It's Aila Chapelle.
Aila Chapelle.
We think, so don't even do it. Right, okay. And we're going short. Yeah. I thought there might be a couple against in here. Charlie Johnson's got one, hasn't he?
Yes, Time for the Moon, 4-1. That
Very
Time for
impressive
the Moon.
at Musselburgh last
it
time.
looks like one of those solid stays which you tend to need in the Cheshire.
Yeah, SDS will be riding. Stephen, have you got one for us in the Chesham?
I wouldn't be that strong, but I thought Sea Venture did it well at Haydock before the hole, and I think there might be more to come. Surely better over 7.
All right. Let's have a quick talk about the Britannia. Of course, this is the 3-year-old Hunt Cup, as we call it, over the straight mile. I thought Moonfall, Stop the Clocks, Bow Echo Colours, George Bowie caught the eye at Chester last time. He's the one here.
Massively, 8-1. Same price as Weshard, who caught my eyes well at Goodwood from a real wide draw, staying on in 4th place. But I like a couple of massive prices here. One I'm not sure he's going to get in. It's called Shipborn.
Sorry? I've got cataract and I'm deaf. Sorry, just say that again for me, love.
It's called Shipborn.
Lovely.
For Rafe Beckett.
Yes.
Franco Special Duty. Not sure if it's going to get in.
They rushed him to Doncaster, didn't they?
To
Got
get
his
him.
one.
Yeah, one by net there, 61. An even bigger price. Wise Prince. Remember a few years ago, Frankie won the first 4? He was on Turgenev in the Britannia, got beat by Biometric. Where would Turgenev come from? The Dante. Wise Prince ran in the Dante, ran in the Heron, eyeballs out. Toby Moore book claiming £7. He's been
very
great.
Oh, we're all running away with that.
Harry Vickers, whatever it's called, and Toby Moore.
That is Gold Cup Day done. Let's get to the Friday then. If you're still going, you're getting the trip beautifully. We're getting the trip here on the Betfred 2026 Royal Ascot preview. And it's into one of the races of the week. Perhaps one of the bankers of the week because it's a Coronation Stakes. It's all about the Irish and the Newmarket Guineas form here. They're both from the same stable. Precise. Probably the shortest price horse running on the week, Matt, along with her old rival, True Love.
Yeah, 8-13 Precise. I think she's the best of the two, especially over a mile. I think she got caught out at Newmarket with the way with the track, and she showed her true colours at the Curragh. So yeah, I think she's the best. 8-13. I wouldn't discount Talene. Obviously, she was beaten at Newbury. She was 6th in the Betfred 1,000 Guineas. She's been backed into 7-1, so I wouldn't discount her. But I think Precise is too good for him.
All right, okay. Precise. Tulane, of course, is Shadwell. I know in Burrows has got ground to make up on True Love. Are we Precise all the way?
We're Precise all the way.
This is the banker of the meeting, isn't it?
It definitely is. Banker of the meeting.
Happy days. Right, we move on then. An odds-on shot worthy of her salt. Okay, the Commonwealth Cup, which is, of course, the stallion-making race. But will it go to a filly this year? Because all the while since she won the Sandy Lane at Haydock, Matt Humes, Venetian Sun last year's Albany winner, has been the rage. Rightly so.
Yeah, massively impressive. How impressive was she on that Haydock card? And obviously it was an odd Haydock card, wasn't it? Because that's when obviously the issues surfaced. So they ran it on the inside.
You walked the track that day, didn't you?
Yes, yeah. Fell over.
You didn't go down to Australia.
But yeah, massively impressive. But you know, every horse has a price. 7-4. Will the real Albert Einstein stand up?
What price is he? I see he's being backed.
9-2. Considerably supported.
That's too short.
That's
That really is too
getting on the
short.
What do we
short
think
side.
that is for the viewers out there? Do we think that is Aidan O'Brien and Ryan Moore and just a big name? Because it doesn't say much for the other rivals, does it? If he's 4-1.
If you rewind 3 months ago, you know,
He
we
was
thought
the
he was going to
Messiah.
be even money for this.
Yeah. Wow, is that what he was?
No, you're thinking he could have been even
Right.
money. What Aidan was saying about him. So
But I mean, is he just overhyped Herbie Horse? But this was the overhype of the century, wasn't it?
well, they tried to stretch him out as a miler. They were hoping
Yeah.
he'd be a miler. He didn't quite make it. So they always said he'd come back sprinting. So
And with all the old cliches of right man and all that sort of stuff, I don't think it's short at all.
What, Albert Einstein?
No.
I think it's dreadfully short. Well, what price would he have been if he won by 2 lengths at Newbury? I don't think it'd have been that much different, to
I'd
be
probably
honest.
put
given
another
what
zero
Venetian
on
Sun
that
did.
for. I mean, he
Really?
hasn't won this year. So you think he wins it?
I just think, you know, Aidan's got this special magic, whatever it is, and he's not going to look as stupid about this horse. Was it
Wow.
one? Was it the last time was it One Cool Cat or something? Well back in the day when Spencer was riding, and he was big in this.
I told you were friends with him.
Yeah, big in this also. But honestly, Albert Einstein, you've got to keep the faith.
There's the top two in the market then. Is there anything else? I thought that Xanthos at a bit of a price of Simon and Crisford. She was sent to the French Guineas on her first start, heavy ground, wide draw, lots of sprinting in the pedigree. She won the Rockville, like her at a price. What do you like, Stephen?
I think it's important to point out that given the number of runners, and given you don't know what the draw is, back in Venetian Sun at this stage is silly. It's just silly. So I'll chuck into the Sky in, who of course ran in the Guineas,
Yes.
has some group form, underrated yard with Jim Boyle, and I think that's a perfectly respectable price, and I'll just play him each way.
Well, we're on to the final day then at Royal Ascot. If you're still with us, you're getting the trip magnificently. And another reminder, it is a long week. Pick your battles, gamble responsibly here at Betfred. OK, the highlight on the final day, it's the Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Stakes. Another sprint race up the famous home straight. There'll be loads of runners, but the Aussies, they are coming here, of course. And Jolie Starr, officially the best sprinter in Australia, represents Chris Waller, James McDonald. They've won sprints here before, Matt. What price are we looking at?
Bottle 2-1, Dave. 2-1, all the rage. Look, this one looks like it's going overseas. The shortest price of the home contingent, Lake Forest 10-1, as impressive he was last time out. Last year's run-up to Turner Rev 9-2, 10-1 overpass as well. 10-1 the French Raider Sagier. This one may be leaving Blighty.
Yes, OK, could be down under again. There's a lot of confidence about her. We should tell you about this girl, of course. She's got a 1,000 guineas win to her name over there, so she stays a bit further. I put it to Charlie Duckworth when I saw him at the media day here. If you could make up a race for her, would this be it? Absolutely. Unlike Overpass Connections, they're looking forward to this hill, Stephen. She's won the TJ Smith, she's won the Lightning, she's won them all. And does she win?
Probably yes, is the
Oh,
answer.
not probably. Yeah, this is nat material.
Yes.
This.
Yeah. Well, just steady, Joe. Steady.
Okay.
I think she'll win. I do think she'll win.
Oh, you're getting 2-1?
I might just try and play on the day. I'm a little
What if the first
tight
one
with
goes
the
in?
wallet.
What if the first one goes in? The first Aussie horse goes in.
Well,
Overpass.
I'm going to
Overpass,
back
yeah.
Time for Sandals each way, which might be absolutely
Last
stupid.
year's Commonwealth Cup winner.
Yes, most unlucky horse in training, honestly. Wrong side in the Sprint Cup when Big Mojo was the right side. Wrong side at York.
All right, okay.
Hopefully right side.
A repeat winner for
Saturday.
Harry Eustace, who's got such a good record at the meeting. She'll be a wacky prize, won't she?
She's 33, but she's also in the King Charles.
they can
isn't
do
she?
them both.
No, a few of them.
did it.
I think a few of them will be doing
More
both
prize
this year.
money if you do the double. You mentioned Lake Forest. I think he could yet be a player at a price. I thought you were going to say bigger about him.
Yeah, tens, but you know, the British contingent might latch onto him because he's the shortest price of the lot. I mean, he was impressive at ADOT, but that race was set up for him completely, I thought.
They gelded him, Matthew. They
really
gelded
quick.
him, and of course his penultimate run over 6 furlongs, second in the Commonwealth Cup, on this meeting 2 years ago. Joel.
Jolie Star, all over it, and normally we talk about the French or the Australian or basically any foreign horses. You expect to pop from the front, the Wesley Ward ones or whatever. This horse is not pop from the front. Sits really handy, and then J Mac will just. I think this wins 2, 3, 4, 5 lengths.
I tell you what, we're seeing the ball big, aren't we? We're like quite a few of the jollies are very tempting, aren't they? All right, that's the Queen Jubilee. So it's Jolie, going down under, and time for Sandals. So girl power for us in the QE2. Enjoy that. Of course, the handicap equivalent, Group 1 horse was beaten in it last year. Team Haggis are back, 4 more in the Wokingham. Yes, all right. Another marvellous puzzle, perhaps the last big puzzle of the week to solve, Matt. Punters already think they've done it.
Well, there's two. There's two that could easily have been in the Queen Elizabeth Jubilee, and that's Binneria, obviously very impressive last time out, and Double Rush. These are two horses that throughout the season have been group horses in handicaps. They're staying in handicap. The Wokingham is like a group handicap, isn't it? It's like a Group 1 handicap. So 4-1 Binneria, 5-1 Double Rush, 12's Bar. That brings in realign your recent Carlisle winner, and then 14s and bigger the rest. But yeah, 2 at single figure price for the Wokingham. They cannot pick between them.
All right, okay. You do like one there,
Oh,
though.
I do. I think Binneria on the wrong side at
Justification for Haggis.
Yes, I said after the race that this horse will win the Wokingham, and win it will, and I think that is one of the best bets of the week.
Ooh, 4-1 we're getting then. Joel, that's caught you by surprise.
No, I do like Binneria. I'm absolutely flabbergasted with the price. It's half in price. Is that your dough that's gone?
Might be.
Yeah. I pretty much agree with what you said, but it's also a race in here that I wouldn't be massively interesting. You keep saying you don't have to bet in every race, and this would be the one that I wouldn't be massively.
Oh, I'm parking a truck.
Oh, are you?
No.
Well, with Saturday's entry just coming through as we're filming on the eve of the meeting, that's about it that we've got for you then through the week, which is marvellous, gents. I think we absolutely whittled through that, and I'm starting to feel a little bit more confident, Stephen. What about you?
Oh, I'm very confident. We'll have a lovely, profitable week in the sunshine, Dave.
It's all about that, isn't it, Joel?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, since the draw is coming out now, you're seeing prices fly all over the shop. So on the day, and you're a great judge for this, you know, you would say, oh, no, I'd back it now, or I'd wait for the day. Darius, on the day, I think is the.
Well, they won't be winning.
But I got the value. You know what it's all about.
Yes.
And Matthew, you'll be here all week.
Here all week, Dave. Cannot wait for it to kick off. Yeah, it's a long week, but it's a great week.
And just before we top and tell, before the best bets, remind us of the offers that we've got on.
Yeah, so we say we're doing a bet 10, get 10 on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday as well. So for 10 on the first race, we'll give you £10 free bet to have on the rest of the meeting. And on Wednesday and Friday, we'll do some money back races as well, and obviously loads of extra places, which you need in these big field handicaps.
Absolutely, you can see everyone's getting lively for it out the back.
They're
the
practicing
atmosphere is
everything.
building.
They're practicing putting the Guinness, they're practicing everything, and now they're practicing the crowd. The racing post goes up in the air.
That's the one thing they don't need to worry about here. We're expecting about 300,000, we think, and being broadcast to 190 different countries. You can watch it on cruise ships, apparently, this week as well.
I've seen them all downstairs in the press room, and I'm walking around going, there's NBC here, there's all the Dubai channels.
Saga Cruises.
Yeah.
You'll be on one next year.
And there's Joel. Yeah, all right, absolutely fantastic stuff. All right, then, the drums, they have rolled, and the royal procession is coming up to hear what the team's best bets are. 2026 Betfred Royal Ascot preview. Matt Humes will give you the floor. The banker of the meeting, please.
The bank is a nice price as well. King George, the 5th Stakes, 305 on Thursday. A horse called Julani, who is still a maiden, but ran in that Newbury race behind Maltese Cross, Sahara King, My Love is King was all in there. Went to Chester, ran behind Galleon in a maiden. Has had the cruelest cut. He's been gelded. I think that'll put his mind on the job, and I think his form off the mark in 91. I think he's a throw-in in the King George V Stakes.
No, I backed him last time. I think Hector went a bit too hard. Joel, come on, the best one of the week.
Queen Elizabeth II Jubilee Stakes, what was Saturday, 340. Nap of the week, Jolie Star for Chris Waller and J Mac. Wins by off the track. I think this is. I think she's something very special. It takes a lot for me to say that.
I think we will be cheering that as well. Stephen, come on, let's get a nice lucky 15 going.
Pinnerea in the Wokingham. Very unlucky last time at York. I think we'll atone for that, and we'll be running in group races next time.
Lovely. All right, I'll keep it simple then, guys. Hampton Court, 5:35 on the Thursday. Causeway, no Giants. But Cheek Pieces will be back on after scraping over the line at Leopardstown. This is one of the softer races of the week, I thought. And Ryan Moore, one of the bankers, I think, for Michael Tabor et al. That concludes, gents, and a lovely preview. Thank you, Stephen, with your Amazon hat for coming down.
It's absolutely lovely, isn't it? Look at this hat.
Will we see you in the ring this week?
You may well see me in the ring this week.
Absolutely marvellous. Joel, are we going to upgrade? Are we going to get you in the Royal Enclosure like that, do you think?
Well, I ordered you got Amazon, I got Temu. It's not arrived yet. It should be it should be by Boxing Day to watch the King George proper.
Humsy, it's a long week. Gamble responsibly, right?
Yeah, take it steady, yeah, gamble responsibly. But yeah, it's a fantastic week. It's a joy to be here. 5 fantastic, hopefully, sun-soaked days at Ascot.
Absolutely brilliant. You are looking at the official bookmaker then of the Royal Ascot meeting, indeed of Ascot itself. I've been Dave Alton with these three lovely gentlemen. Thank you for watching our preview. Keep liking and subscribing. Watch Betfred social channels throughout the week. You're not going to miss a beat.